David Erdos with poem 44 from the COVIDIan age. COVID-21, anyone? Separate freedoms abound all over the world, so they tell us. Berlin, Sweden, Europe, rejected and spurned, soldiers on. While England retreats and begins to implode, fray, diminish, as corrupt forces gather, placing gas in the throat to spear song. Where once people believed in their land, now a strain of ash clogs impression. We smoke, drink and worry as fires are lit within homes, and yet the hearth has not healed, despite the warmth you rouse for it. And the presence and change within people is set to make one feel more alone. Former sweethearts congeal as the past becomes a form of second-hand fiction. The moments shared become pages both yellowed and weak from the need to read and feel them again, and take from the shelf resolution to a mystery or stopped story whose last words and progress used to provide the heart's feed. Nobody knows where to go, even as we move through the motions, nor can we return to that past, as its distance is literal light years from here. There is trouble at mill, and no moss is rolling stone gathered. Rivers recoil, beaches blister, peeling like gums from smeared teeth, as waves of plaque spangle foam and claim both the former freshness and flavour, and Blake's lost lands have been bitten, with the storm-stung Lear knifed and murdered, while the fool runs mad on the heath. Have we been set against each other by this? Or will we rise to refine the caste template? Isolation's distinction is that, if nothing else, it grants time to design and to refine and to metaphorically polish the breastplate, heart as opposed to face covering, for the armour to protect us from harm and to shine, both in our own separate way and for those we once fought for, the loves and licked losses for which tongues are too often torn. When will we taste them again, now that the country is plundered by the apparent forces of virus alongside those hidden behind Whitehall doors? The news astounds here and there. Fascist cartoons, past and followed, or an American president whose clear madness would trade reality like bad stock that he devalues at will by exhaling toxic fumes, words as poison, or a home secretary who sees immigrants as livestock. The modern ghost is no sprite, or indeed listless phantom. The modern ghost is us living under the shadow not of death, but of life. It is not enough now to know and to try to diminish, for even the satirists are bemoaning the blunting of trade, pen and knife. For when the air itself contains pitch, stoked no doubt by a crisis that the very fabric splits, we stand naked, exposed at last to all sin, vulnerable, prone, and not just to contagion. For when COVID-21 happens, will we as cattle fall? Will they win? Whomsoever they are. Donald Mindtramp, Boris Johnstein, Unpretty Pratt Preening, Jacob Grease-Mop, Michael Would Not Give, and so on. For these are not the farmers to fear. It is Dominic Cunnings and those like him. They will be our fence wreckers. They will write the sentence we're in that runs long, in which even the Bible lays stained, alongside the Quran and the Talmud. The holy books that held wisdom will be gathering dust in closed shops. Who can no longer sell the sense of the soul through such chapters, while tracts and novels such as Huxley's Codes show hope stopped. And those are ballads, of course, and Alan Moore and George Orwell, Pierre Boulle, Derek Raymond, whose murderous town matched Boulle's apes. For grimness and noir, deeper than any old asphalt jungle, as the wildness we're in mars all borders and makes each country abroad seem like Mars. And so I turn my face from this air and search my tiny home for fresh cosmos, in which I grow immune to this atmos, as David moves towards COVID's stars. David Erdos, October the 9th, 2020.